Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Collar Crypto. Today's March 17th and yesterday was Fed Day. What did they say? They said they're going to raise interest rates by 0.25%. Let's find out more.
Welcome to the Real Vision Daily Briefing. It's Wednesday, March 16, 2022. I'm Ash Bennington. It's Fed Day. The FOMC has pulled the trigger, hiking the Fed funds rate 25 basis points. We're joined by someone who follows all of this very closely, Darius Dale, founder and CEO of 42 Macro. Then Darius Dale, we know you're watching it closely. Darius, welcome.
Ash, what's up, man? It's great to be back. How you doing?
What's your take on this Fed Day?
So there was a positive response in asset markets, and partially it has a lot less to do with what Powell said, but what Powell didn't say. What Powell didn't say was that, hey, look, we're going to have to slow this economy and and drive up the unemployment rate in order to get price stability. What he said was, and obviously they did this through their summary of economic projections as well. But what he said is, no, we're going to actually stick the landing here, which is very rare for the Federal Reserve in any policy tightening cycle. We'll take the necessary steps to make sure inflation does not become entrenched. And so all that means to me, if you're an investor, and I'll slow down when I say this, is that the Fed won't stop tightening until something breaks. That's as clear as day. And so it's your job as an investor to try to anticipate when that thing will break. And if you don't have an ability to anticipate when that thing will break, you can subscribe to services like mine, or you can just take your ball and go home. I think either is a reasonable choice. Well, he didn't play him close to the vest at all. He let one slip, actually. He said financial conditions will become less supportive for various functions in the economy. I wrote that down. And so he's telling you the Fed is on the track to tighten financial conditions.
That's interesting. What else?
We're looking at this from a variety of different angles: growth, inflation, policy, valuation, positioning. And we should keep coming up to this minus 30% number in terms of peak to trough data.
So I know that when you talk about minus 30%, that's a sobering phrase for people to hear. What are your catalysts? What are your time horizons? How do you see that unfolding?
Great question. Best question ever. So in terms of catalysts, because you need a catalyst, markets just don't, go down a lot or go up a lot by themselves. Usually what's happening underneath the surface is the broader economic and market cycles are sort of taking you there. And so when you think about the catalyst for a growth slowdown, typically what you need to have happen in order to see sort of the outsized negative deviations in risk assets is a sharp deceleration in growth. In fact, we back tested everything 6 ways to Sunday here at 42 Macro, and the reality is you do need to see what we call a minus 2 sigma a deceleration in growth. So i.e. the speed of the change in growth to the downside is right around a 2 sigma on an absolute basis relative to the trailing 3-year trend.
Well, that's some of the craziest thing I've ever heard.
We expect that those types of decelerations, that magnitude of change, will start to kind of show up in the economy around mid to late Q2, and that's kind of one catalyst. There's another catalyst that we haven't spoken about, which I think is equally important as it relates to investor sentiment, which is earnings. I mean, you could very easily have an earnings recession just to get back to the prior cycle peak, which probably is not the terminal destination. So there's a lot of headwinds from a medium to long-term perspective with respect to the equity market, but obviously from a short-term perspective, with the Fed just not spooking markets with Kyle's commentary or the dot plot, there's a kind of a window for a relief rally here.
Yeah, and by the way, that's discounting any potential risks for a negative exogenous shock.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. I have no idea what he just said.
The negative exogenous shock of 2022, and it's obviously there's no way anybody has any sort of crystal ball on it, but it's China starting to get aggressive with Taiwan.
Honestly, no idea. Maybe you could tell me what it means. These guys right here are next level. Their education's way higher than mine on financial markets. I guess I could probably look up what all that meant, but I trust that they know what they're talking about. Let's see what else we got. Let's dive into the crypto markets, see what we got going on there. So we jump into coin market cap. We look at all magic internet money. Total market cap of crypto is $1,816 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 42.4%. Ethereum dominance, 18.4%. Looks like that one up. ETH gas fees right now is 97 GUI, which is creeping up a decent amount. Bitcoin price right now, $40,570. It's down 1.1% in the day, and it's up 5.5% on the week. Ethereum price right now is $2,785. It's up a little bit more than 0.5% on the day, and it's up almost 10% on the week. That's impressive. What else do we have? Shiba Inu's 2187. It's down 3% on the day and down 0.7% on the week. It's number 15 token. Algorand, the number 29 coin, is 73.28 cents. It's up 0.33% on the day, and it's up 3.5% on the week. More importantly, if we look at Archangel token price, it is at 90159, and it is up 4.3% on the day. A better look at the chart, if we zoom in, hold on. Okay, that should be better. Move my head out of the way. We're tracking the upward trending support line and the downward trending resistance line, and it was trending in between there. It broke below it 2 days ago, but it regained back its ground that it lost, and it's trending in between that triangle. So those two lines match up on the 24th. So we'll see what happens then, but it left this steeper downward trending resistance line, that's really good, honestly. Down here would be really low, honestly. That would be a lot of loss to get down to this line. Honestly, it's a lot of gain to get up to here, but if we zoom out, we haven't been really moving around too much for a while. We've had a few days of, this isn't really that far to move, but I guess it is. This is a 2423 price. Down here is 1383. So I guess we'll just keep an eye on it, but it's still in this triangle here, still moving around in that trend. Looking positive. So if we look at the total wallet holders for Archangel on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Phantom, it was even today. Yesterday we went up by 1, and so we're at 5051 wallet holders. Price went up 4.8% on the day, and it's down 4.4% on the week. Total market cap, 8,234,000. Fully diluted market cap, 15,900,000. Daily volume today, 9,000. Daily volume yesterday, 2,000. Pretty low. Amount of tokens sent to the Burn wallet today, 1 trillion. 7-day average for the Burn wallet is 1.1 trillion. If we take a look at the wallet that we started with 1 trillion tokens, half are in the staking pool for rewards, and the other half are just sitting in the wallet receiving reflections. The amount of reflections received today is 10 million. Yesterday was 3.6 million. And the daily increase in the staking pool rewards today went up by 109 million tokens, and yesterday it went up by 111 million tokens, bringing the total rewards and reflections for the last 80 days of this wallet, 7,874,000,000 tokens. That's a lot of tokens. And at today's price, that's worth $1.25. And right now, you can buy 1 trillion Archangel tokens for $159 plus gas fees. Yesterday, gas fees were pretty low. Now they're a little bit higher. But anyway, we're just stacking, just seriously collecting some serious staking rewards. So that's positive. Can't wait for the next staking pool to open. When's this one close? Let's look. So if we go to staking.archangeltoken.com, that's where the staking pool is. If you link your wallet, it shows you what you're staking, what you've staked, and it shows you what you've earned so far in staking rewards. And we've earned over 1% of what we staked so far, which is awesome. And the remaining time for the staking pool until it ends is 37 days, and then you could get your rewards, which is pretty cool. Cash price today is $4.08. It's the same as it was yesterday, and it's down slightly from 3 days ago. Either way, it's above $4, which is a lot of money. Stock market today, which is Thursday, the 17th, Dow Jones went up 1.23% to 34,480. NASDAQ was up 1.33% to 13,614. S&P 500 went up 1.23% to 4,411. Oil prices right now are $105.57, up 2.5%, but down from like last week. Gold price, $1,934, down from what it was last week at about $2,000. So if we go to CoinGecko and take a look at some news, see this article right here from Forbes. It says Senator Elizabeth Warren introduces a game-changing crypto bill as the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and blah, blah, blah surge. They name off like 10 tokens. Let's read more. But I don't subscribe to Forbes, so I guess I'm not going to read this article. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. Sorry, Forbes, but I'm going to go to CoinDesk. They have the same article. Let's check it out. Senator Warren announces sanctions compliance bill for crypto companies. This bill would target foreign crypto companies. Oh, let's read this. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat, Massachusetts, announced Thursday a new bill to block cryptocurrency companies from conducting business with sanctioned companies. The Digital Asset Sanction Compliance Enhancement Act, Jack Reed, Democrat, Rhode Island, Mark Warner, Democrat, Virginia, John Tester, Democrat, Montana, and others would allow the U.S. president to add non-U.S. based crypto companies to sanctions list if they support sanctions evasion. How are they going to know if they're supporting sanctions evasion? They would have to get into their books, I guess. Quote, this is a bill that would authorize the president to sanction foreign cryptocurrency firms that are doing business with sanctioned Russian entities and authorize the Secretary of Treasury to act. End of quote, she said. Let's read a little bit more, see what we can come up with. Here's a little key paragraph I found in here. The bill seems to extend beyond just Russian sanctions. Another provision would authorize the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, to identify users transacting with more than $10,000 in crypto. Wow. That doesn't sound like an invasion of your financial privacy at all, does it? Weird. Quote, not later than 120 days after the date of the enactment of this act, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network shall require a United States person engaging in the transaction with value greater than $10,000 in digital assets through one or more accounts outside the United States to file a report, the bill said. I don't even know if Coinbase is outside the United States. Does my crypto ever go to another place outside of the United States? Because it doesn't matter if you're interacting with, say, Binance. They're outside the United States. But if I'm doing a transaction on Uniswap and my Bitcoin goes to a transaction to a router outside the United States, dude, you're screwed. This is going to be every transaction you do. Like, that's the loophole. Like, just like they can't read your emails, kind of like the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act says that they can only read your emails if you're talking to somebody, if your emails go outside of the United States. So a lot of these companies route your emails outside of the United States and come back. So therefore, that's the loophole that they use so they can read all of your emails. It sounds like a scam, but that's legit, and that's what they're doing. And that's what they're going to do with your crypto. Oh, but you know what I was just thinking about? The funny thing is that your transactions are on the blockchain, which is a distributed ledger. So every node that holds the distributed ledger or holds the blockchain to compute, to check the validity, has your tokens on it. Like, it knows your tokens. So therefore, you are transacting outside of the United States all the time. And if there's a computer in Russia, then it has the ledger on it also. So you are in effect transacting in Russia to America. Russia. How's he say it? Russia. China. Hey, just saying. There's a loophole right there, dude. So you're going to have to report every transaction that is more than $10,000 that's on the blockchain. That sucks. Damn. Thank you for that. What is that, Elizabeth Warren? Awesome. Oh, man, where's my tinfoil hat? Anyway, what else we got? Here's one. GameStop to launch its NFT marketplace in late Q2. GameStop is working hard to launch its NFT marketplace by late Q2, and this would put it on the same field as major players like OpenSea and Coinbase. Weird. Hopefully it works out for them, but I mean, don't we have plenty of NFT marketplaces? I don't know. Here's an article on Bitcoin.com, and they're talking about Bitcoin, so I'm going to go with they're probably really bullish. A bullish article. Mike Novogratz expects Bitcoin to hit $500,000, says BTC is a great alternative in economies with poor stewardship. I've heard that before. Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz says Bitcoin is a great alternative and a lifeline to people in countries with poor stewardship of the economy. He expects the price of the cryptocurrency to hit $500,000. Quote, we see an adoption cycle that accelerates, going viral everywhere, he said. Quote, the biggest thing that happened in the last 10 years in lots of ways, maybe longer, is when Europe and the U.S. said, quote, hey Russia, quote, quote, subquote, hey Russia, those reserves that you thought were yours, they're not really your reserves, he told Bloomberg Tuesday. Yeah, like we snatched the U.S. Treasury reserves that Russia held. I don't know how you can do that. I honestly have no idea. Anyway, he goes on. Elaborating on what he meant, the Galaxy Digital executive detailed, quote, "It means the dollar or treasuries as a risk-free asset isn't so risk-free. It's not risk-free if you're Russian or maybe you're Chinese. It might not be risk-free either," end quote. So he goes on, 5 years out, if Bitcoin is not $500,000, then I'm wrong on the adoption cycle. I mean, 5 years, that's so far from now. So far from now. Well, that's interesting. Is he saying that countries are going to start buying Bitcoin and gold as a hedge against the U.S. dollar, snatching up their U.S. Securities? I don't know. Snatching up the U.S. Treasury securities? Interesting. Oh, that's pretty much it for the news. There's a couple other ones, but we'll get into that later. All right, so if we jump into the Guardian Token announcement channel on Telegram, I recommend you go there. I'll put a link in the description. A couple announcements today is March 17th. This was earlier today, about 6 p.m. East Coast time. Marketers Hub Phase 1.4 dev is complete and turned green. Marketers Hub Test 2 is complete and turned green. Marketers Hub Profile Builder will be launched to the public at least 1 week in advance of the platform release. Guardians WCM will be working on the communities, partners, collaborators, and you to bring in as many marketers and influencers into the Marketing Hub pre-launch as possible. That would be really good if we got some people in there. Like Jay Gagan, man, dial it in. Get up in there, man. Holistic Crypto, you're up, man. Cake and Crypto, go on there. Set it up. That would be good. It's a new platform for you to go on and put your content on there. I think it would be great for a bunch of people. This means that the Marketing Hub profile library will be populated with profiles and bios with Guardian when Guardian launches. Acceleration. Work not planned for pre-launch work. Okay. Global Exchange Phase 1.2 to 1.4 is complete. 4 weeks early. That's really good. Guardian Exchange Integration Test 1 complete 4 weeks early. Wow, nice. Acceleration. Guardian's Global Exchange component will be launched and fully integrated with real-time market and exchange data with the platform's initial release. Dude, that's huge. There's a screenshot on here we're going to have to take a look at. I'm going to read that again. Guardian's Global Exchange component will be launched and fully integrated with real-time market and exchange data. Real-time market and exchange data? Dude, that's so hard to get. You can't even find that on CoinMarketCap. Maybe you can, but man, that's... Anyway, there's a screenshot we'll look at in a minute. Monday, March 21st, Brainstem advances into UX UI Dev Phase 1.3. Phase 1.2 has been completed early. Man, that's awesome. So here's that picture that shows all of the things on their list that they need to complete before the token launch, and the green shows the ones that are completed, yellow shows in progress, red shows not complete yet, and then it shows if it's on time or early or late. I don't see any late, so cool. All right, here's the screenshot of the Guardian, the Global Exchange list. It's got the exchange listings, and you could jump in there and dive into what the breakdown of the exchanges are. Here's another one. What do we have here? Let's look. Okay, this is, if you click on Coinbase, it shows Coinbase Exchange, their trading volume, the history about what's going on. Oh, man. And it shows, oh, I wish I could zoom in, but I can't. It shows every transaction. Like, you click on it. Okay, Ethereum, this much Ethereum was transacted a minute ago. Bitcoin 1 minute ago. Avalanche. So you could see all the transactions on the exchange, man. That's pretty cool. So that's all in one spot. What else do we have here? Here's another one. Yeah, here it is. That's a better screenshot of it. Coinbase Exchange, it just shows you the transactions while they're happening, when they're happening. So here's an example of the marketer or influencer profile on the Marketer Hub, and this is Mr. Aslan, and he's got it talks about how long he's been in crypto, all this stuff. It's got links to all his Twitter, his Telegram, and his YouTube channel, and then eventually it's gonna have more information on this. This looks like the main screen for Guardian, possibly. Maximize your crypto experience, Guardian at the top, and each of these are going to be, all of these aren't working right now, but how many are there? So there's 16 items here, and you can click on the ones you need. Marketers Hub over here, Brainstem over here, which will be where all the videos will be, and just a whole bunch of things, and it's all integrated. So when you go look at your token, it will have different of these highlighted if they're integrated with that token. Like, so Herald, which is this one up here with the H with the wings. That's where the people who are the program development team, if they have announcements to make for the token or the coin, they can make the announcement and it will be linked to their token. So if you're like, okay, I want to know more about Avalanche just because it was on my mind because it was on the screen over there, you click on it, and if there's actual announcements from the development team, it will have this icon next to it, and you click on it and it'll show you all the announcements. So that's pretty cool. I think that'll be a big deal. Solid Proof Guardian Audit Security Assessment, March 14th. All right, just remember, today's the 17th. It's about to be the 18th. Honestly, it's about midnight. Pre-sale starts on the 20th, and it ends on the 24th for round 1, so you have 5 days. Round 2 starts on the 25th and goes through the 29th, and you have to be whitelisted for either of these or both of these. And then at the bottom here, it says the launch of the token will be 2 weeks after the Scratch Engine token launches. And Scratch Engine had a huge announcement today, and I did not get in on that voice chat, so I'm going to have to listen to the recording, and I'll get some notes together, and I'll put out a video on that tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be launching their token any day. Like, it might be tomorrow. I totally missed the announcement because I was busy doing other stuff, you know, like real life, like life gets in the way sometimes, like a job, you know, and family and kids, you know. Anyway, that's the way it is with life, right? Just saying. All right, I don't want this video to go on forever. I'm trying to shorten my videos and trying to talk a little bit faster. A lot of the YouTube people I watch, man, they talk so fast. Man, I can't talk that fast. But I talk a lot faster than I did on my first videos. Anyway, if you go to Twitter and you look at Ed K, he's one of the developers, the main developers. He put out this tweet right here. It says, all I need is Archangel ecosystem, new tokens to test. So this is some program. This is like some lines of code in the program. Like, could be staking pool rewards. That's what I'm going with. Or it could be the next staking pool. It could be, I mean, it says Gabriel, and I'm pretty sure that was what they called Guardian before they actually called it Guardian. Either way, this is cool. It's a big mystery. All right, Ed, I give you a heart already. I'm going to hit a retweet on that one. That's it. That's it for the news. It's it for the Guardian update. There wasn't anything else on the Archangel update. Pre-sale happens in 2 days, and it goes on for about 10 total between both phases. And then probably a couple weeks after that, we're going to have the token drop. But it might be by the end of the month. It depends on when Scratch token launches. If Scratch token launches, honestly, tomorrow, then yeah, the Guardian token will be launched by the end of the month. But anyway, bullish project, worth looking into when it releases. I recommend you look into it. It's going to be a lot of things that you already go to multiple websites to take a look at, like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Dex Tools, you know, wherever you get your news, and it's all going to be in one spot, and they're all going to be linked. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be like, oh, are there videos? Are there people putting out videos? Is there information on this token besides, you know, this token does blah, 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 blah. You know, there'll be more than that. There'll be links to other places where you can find out information, but all inside of Guardian's ecosystem. So bullish, honestly, worth looking into. And if you, anyway, not financial advice, buy Guardian token. It's up to you. Anyway, if you have Archangel token and you stake your Archangel token in the staking pool, you're going to receive receive Guardian. You're going to receive Scratch Engine token, and you're going to probably receive Brainstem token and whatever other tokens come out in the ecosystem. Staking pool locks for 90 days. I can't remember exactly what the light paper said for Guardian, but the Genesis contribution to the staking pool is going to be I think it's 1% of the entire token supply will be dedicated to the staking pool of Archangel. Of course, that's redistributed to all the people who have their staked Archangel tokens. But that's worth looking into. Free tokens off of a totally different, you know, free tokens of a different token, right? And Archangel tokens. So when this gets spooled up in the next 3 to 6 to 9 months, people start learning about, you know, the distribution of value system that Archangel token has, which is your staking, and you get all these extra tokens. You're gonna get what, 8, 9, 10, 12 different tokens just airdrop that all have utility for other projects. Super cool. Totally bullish on that. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel, Blue Collar Crypto. I really appreciate it. If you could, give me a thumbs up if you like the content, and if you're interested, give me a subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. It just helps the channel, helps put out the word for Archangel. Thanks, guys.
The Fed won't stop tightening until something breaks.